Is your eyesight not as clear as it once was? Or do you find your memory can be a bit foggy, particularly by the end of the day? Here's a surprising fact. The foods you consume right before sleep can actually aid in repairing your eyes and recharging your brain while you rest. Most people tend to view vision loss and memory decline as inevitable aspects of getting older. However, research indicates that these changes aren't merely due to wear and tear. They are deeply linked to how your cells manage stress, energy, and repair processes during the night. Indeed, your brain and your retina, the delicate layer at the back of your eye responsible for capturing light, are composed of similar fatty tissues. Both require substantial amounts of energy, oxygen, and antioxidants. If they don't receive the appropriate nutrients, the tiny capillaries that nourish them weaken. Oxidative stress accumulates, and over time, your memory and vision begin to deteriorate. Let's delve into what's truly happening inside your body. At night, as you sleep, your brain undergoes a process called glymphatic clearance. Envision this as a thorough cleaning crew for your neurons. Damaged proteins such as beta amyloid, the very proteins associated with Alzheimer's disease, are washed away. Concurrently, the retina utilizes the hours of darkness to regenerate its photoreceptor cells. However, this nightly repair cycle can only occur if your body has the necessary building blocks readily available. Without the correct nutrients, the cleanup remains incomplete and damage gradually accumulates. Now, here's the encouraging news. Certain natural foods, specifically 3 potent dried fruits, contain concentrated nutrients that act as fuel for this overnight repair system. They supply polyphenols, healthy fats, and memory-protective antioxidants that travel directly to your eye and brain tissues. Consider them as sending reinforcements to the night shift, ensuring your vision cells and memory neurons have precisely what they need to repair themselves. Why is this significant? Because the science of aging is no longer solely about extending lifespan, it's about extending health span. This translates to sharper focus, improved eyesight, and a brain that remains resilient well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond. By implementing small targeted changes, such as the foods you select before bedtime, you can influence how your brain and eyes perform tomorrow morning and even decades from now. In this session, we will meticulously break down this information. I will explain why these 3 dried fruits are uniquely powerful for your brain and eyes, how they function within your body during sleep, the precise timing and serving sizes for maximum benefit, the scientific basis behind antioxidants, blood flow, and hormonal balance that makes this possible, and finally, how to effortlessly integrate this into your nightly routine. By the conclusion of this discussion, you will grasp not only which foods to eat, but also the reasons behind their effectiveness, the exact physiology of how nutrients are converted into sharper memory and clearer vision. Let's begin. When you close your eyes at night and drift into slumber, your body doesn't simply rest. It enters one of the most active repair cycles of the entire day. Your brain and your eyes in particular operate on a specific schedule. And here's where most people overlook a crucial truth. The nutrients you consume before sleep dictate the effectiveness of that nightly repair. This is what's truly happening inside your body. During deep sleep, your brain activates something called the glymphatic system. Picture a street sweeping crew moving through your brain, clearing out damaged proteins, toxins, and waste products. Simultaneously, the retina at the back of your eye is diligently rebuilding its light-sensing photoreceptor cells, which endure wear and tear daily from constant exposure to blue light, oxidative stress, and metabolic strain. Both of these systems, the brain and the retina, rely heavily on antioxidants, vitamins, and stable blood sugar levels to complete this intricate process. Allow me to explain with a simple analogy. Imagine you're renovating a house overnight. The workers arrive, but if no raw materials, no wood, no steel, no cement are delivered, they cannot rebuild. That's precisely what occurs if your diet lacks the right nutrients before bed. The cleanup team shows up, but the rebuilding never truly takes place. Over time, this leads to weaker memory, slower recall, and a gradual decline in visual sharpness. What the research reveals is that both the brain and retina consume enormous amounts of energy relative to their size. In fact, your brain constitutes only about 2% of your body weight, but utilizes up to 20% of your total energy. Your retina is even more metabolically active than your brain. This means they are highly susceptible to oxidative damage and nutrient depletion. Without replenishment, they begin to deteriorate years earlier than they should. Now, here's the empowering aspect. Studies have demonstrated that specific compounds found in natural foods, polyphenols, flavonoids, vitamin E, and omega fatty acids can cross the blood-brain barrier and accumulate in the eye. This signifies that what you eat isn't just fueling your muscles or your liver. It's directly nourishing your neurons and your vision cells. And dried fruits, being nutrient-dense and concentrated, are exceptionally powerful in delivering these compounds during the hours when your brain and eyes are in repair mode. So, the initial insight is this.
If you desire sharper memory and clearer vision, you need to consider your evening nutrition as setting the stage for overnight repair. The timing matters, the types of nutrients matter, and the quality of your sleep matters. Together, they form the foundation upon which the 3 dried fruits we'll explore next can build. If you're finding this helpful so far, please consider subscribing. I consistently post content like this, featuring clear science and practical steps you can implement immediately. The first dried fruit I want you to focus on is the almond. At first glance, almonds might appear unassuming, just a common nut. However, internally they are packed with a nutrient profile uniquely suited for safeguarding the retina and preserving your vision as you age. Here's what's truly occurring inside your eyes. The retina is lined with millions of photoreceptor cells that capture light and convert it into electrical signals for the brain. These cells are exceedingly delicate. They are perpetually bombarded by free radicals generated through light exposure and high-energy metabolism. Over time, this oxidative stress weakens the retina and contributes to conditions such as age-related macular degeneration. Almonds contain vitamin E, one of the most potent fat-soluble antioxidants. Allow me to illustrate this with a simple analogy. Imagine vitamin E as a protective shield that coats your cell membranes. Each time free radicals attempt to harm the fats in your retina cells, vitamin E absorbs that impact, preventing the damage from spreading. In fact, studies have shown that individuals with higher vitamin E intake have a significantly reduced risk of macular degeneration and cataracts. But there's another crucial layer. Almonds also enhance microirculation, the blood flow through the tiniest capillaries in the eye. These capillaries deliver oxygen and nutrients directly to the retina. If circulation slows, repair stalls. The healthy monounsaturated fats in almonds maintain the flexibility of blood vessels, reducing inflammation and ensuring that vital nutrients reach their most needed destinations. Here's the connection to nighttime repair. When you consume a small serving of almonds in the evening, you are essentially saturating your bloodstream with antioxidants and healthy fats just before the retina commences its nightly regeneration cycle. Instead of waking up with increased oxidative damage, your eyes awaken, protected, nourished, and prepared for another day of visual strain. What the research reveals is compelling. A study published in the Journal of Ophthalmology discovered that diets rich in vitamin E reduce the progression of age-related eye disease by as much as 25%. And almonds gram for gram are one of the richest natural sources. So how do you apply this practically? Aim for approximately 6 to 8 soaked almonds before bed. Soaking them enhances nutrient bioavailability, making them easier for your body to absorb. This is not a substantial quantity. You don't want to overtax your digestion at night. Consider it a precise dose of protective compounds delivered directly to your retina at the exact time it's undergoing repair. To summarize this first dried fruit, almonds fortify your vision by supplying vitamin E antioxidants, improving blood vessel flexibility, and providing a steady energy source to retinal cells. They are simple, natural, and profoundly effective when used consistently. If you're finding this explanation clear and beneficial, be sure to subscribe because in the next section, we're going to unveil another dried fruit, one that targets your brain directly to strengthen memory while you sleep. The second dried fruit I want to highlight is the walnut. If almonds serve as a shield for your eyes, then walnuts act as fuel for your brain.
And it's not merely a coincidence that a walnut actually resembles a miniature brain with two hemispheres and a wrinkled cortex. Nature often provides us with clues, and in this instance, the resemblance is more than symbolic. Here's what's truly happening inside your brain at night. When you sleep, your brain isn't idle. It's diligently consolidating memories, transferring short-term information from the day into long-term storage. This process relies heavily on the strength of your neuron membranes and the seamless communication between them. If these membranes are rigid, inflamed, or deprived of nutrients, memory consolidation suffers. Walnuts provide an extraordinary supply of alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid. These omega-3s are vital for constructing flexible, healthy cell membranes in neurons. Think of it like oiling the hinges of a door. Without that oil, the door cacks and resists movement. With it, the door swings smoothly. Walnuts ensure the hinges of your brain cells move freely, allowing electrical signals and memories to pass with clarity. What the research demonstrates is powerful. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition, Health, and Aging found that higher walnut consumption was linked to improved cognitive function, including memory, concentration, and processing speed, particularly in older adults. Another clinical trial showed that omega-3s enhance synaptic plasticity, your brain's ability to form and strengthen connections. However, walnuts offer even more. They also contain polyphenols and melatonin. Polyphenols reduce inflammation and oxidative stress in the hippocampus, your brain's memory center. Melatonin, the natural sleep hormone present in walnuts, helps synchronize your circadian rhythm, ensuring your brain enters the deeper stages of restorative sleep, precisely when memory consolidation occurs most effectively. Let me explain with a simple analogy. Simple. Imagine your brain as a library. Every day, dozens of new books arrive. These are your experiences, conversations, and learning. At night, the librarian needs to file these books into the correct sections so you can retrieve them later. If the lights are dim, the shelves are broken, or the air is dusty, the task is slow and incomplete. Walnuts with their omega-3s and antioxidants repair the shelves, brighten the lights, and ensure the books are stored accurately. Here's how to incorporate this practically. Just 2 to 3 walnut halves before bed are sufficient. Because walnuts are dense in fats, a small portion delivers all the omega-3s you need for this effect without being heavy on digestion. The optimal method is to consume them raw, not roasted, to preserve their delicate oils. So, to summarize, walnuts enhance memory by enriching neuron membranes with omega-3s, reducing brain inflammation, supporting the hippocampus, and even improving sleep quality with natural melatonin. If you want your brain to clearly file away today's experiences, walnuts before bed are a smart and natural strategy. If this resonates with you and you desire more practical science like this, consider subscribing. I share daily content that helps you utilize nutrition and lifestyle to rebuild health from the inside out. The third dried fruit I want you to pay attention to is the raisin. Initially, it might seem too commonplace compared to almonds and walnuts, but raisins contain a very specific combination of compounds that target both your eyes and your brain in ways that directly support overnight repair. Here's what's truly happening inside your body. One of the biggest threats to both vision and memory is oxidative stress coupled with unstable blood sugar. When blood sugar levels spike too high and then crash, your brain cells and retinal cells are left in an energy crisis. Add in oxidative stress, and the delicate mitochondria within these cells begin to falter. That's when you experience memory fog, poor focus, and even accelerated eye fatigue. Raisins offer 2 distinct advantages. First, they are rich in polyphenols, particularly quercetin and catechins, which are potent antioxidants. These compounds neutralize free radicals before they can damage your neurons or your retina. Think of polyphenols as firefighters who rush in to extinguish sparks before they can ignite a blaze. Second, raisins contain natural glucose and fructose in a balanced form paired with dietary fiber. This allows for a slow, steady release of energy rather than a sharp spike. That consistent energy supply is crucial for your brain and eyes during the night because while you sleep, these tissues remain metabolically active. They don't shut down. They are repairing, rewiring, and regenerating. Stable fuel means they can complete their work without interruption. What the research demonstrates is that polyphenol-rich foods like raisins reduce oxidative damage in the retina and improve endothelial function, which supports healthy blood vessels. Another study found that moderate raisin intake improves glycemic control and reduces blood pressure, which indirectly protects the fragile vessels in your brain and eyes. Let me offer a simple analogy. Imagine you're running a marathon at night. If your energy supply comes in short, sharp bursts, you'll collapse midway. But if you have a steady drip of fuel and a team of guards keeping the path clear, you can finish strong. Raisins provide that steady drip of energy and antioxidant guards, helping your eyes and brain successfully complete their overnight repair cycles. Here's how to use them practically. Just 5 to 7 raisins before bed are sufficient. They provide your body with a gentle energy cushion for the night without overwhelming your blood sugar. The best approach is to combine them with the almonds and walnuts we've already discussed, creating a synergistic trio that simultaneously targets different aspects of brain and eye repair. So, to recap this third dried fruit, raisins protect your vision and memory by reducing oxidative stress, stabilizing blood sugar, improving blood vessel health, and fueling your most energy-hungry tissues during the night. Simple, accessible, and profoundly effective when used consistently. Now that you understand the power of almonds, walnuts, and raisins individually, the real breakthrough occurs when you combine them with the right bedtime habits. Nutrition is potent on its own, but when it's aligned with your circadian biology, the natural rhythm of your body, the benefits multiply. Here's what's truly happening inside your system. Your body doesn't repair equally at all hours of the night. There are distinct phases. In the first few hours after you fall asleep, growth hormone peaks. This is when your tissues, including your retina and your neurons, perform the deepest structural repair. Later in the night, your brain increases lymphatic clearance, flushing away toxins and waste proteins. This means the window from bedtime to approximately 4 hours into sleep is the most nutrient-demanding phase. If you time your dried fruit consumption correctly, you provide your cells with exactly what they need at the precise hour they need it most. So how do you make this practical? Number 1, consume your dried fruits about 30 to 45 minutes before bed. This allows time for digestion and nutrient absorption so that the antioxidants, omega-3s, and polyphenols are circulating in your bloodstream by the time you're in deep sleep. Number 2, soak the almonds in water for 6 to 8 hours. This deactivates enzyme inhibitors and enhances the bioavailability of vitamin E and minerals, making them easier for your body to absorb. Peel off the skin before eating for optimal results. Number 3, pair walnuts and raisins together. Walnuts deliver omega-3s to your brain, while raisins provide a steady glucose release. Together, they create a balanced energy and repair environment. Number 4, support with hydration. A small glass of warm water or herbal tea before bed aids in nutrient transport and circulation. Avoid caffeinated teas as they interfere with melatonin release. Number 5, optimize your sleep environment. Dark, cool, and quiet conditions allow melatonin to rise naturally, complementing the melatonin already present in walnuts. If you eat the right foods but compromise your sleep with late-night screens or light exposure, you negate half the benefit. What the research shows is that combining nutrient-dense foods with circadian-aligned habits creates a synergistic effect. A study in nutrients highlighted that evening intake of antioxidants, coupled with deep sleep cycles, improve markers of cognitive recovery more than diet or sleep alone. Here's a simple way to conceptualize it. Imagine your body as a construction site at night. The dried fruits are the building materials, but if the workers are distracted by noise, poor lighting, or lack of coordination, the project stalls. Good sleep hygiene is the lighting and organization that enables the construction crew to utilize those materials efficiently. So, the clear takeaway here is this. Almonds, walnuts, and raisins provide the raw materials, but your bedtime habits determine how effectively your body uses them. Combine the two, and you create a nightly repair ritual that naturally nourishes both vision and memory. Now that we have the science and the principles established, let me provide you with a clear, actionable nightly protocol that you can begin implementing tonight. Consider this your blueprint for sharper vision and stronger memory, built naturally through consistent evening habits. Here is the step-by-step approach. Step number 1, prepare your almonds in advance. In the morning, place 6 to 8 almonds in a glass of water and let them soak throughout the day. By evening, peel off the thin brown skin and set them aside. This enhances the bioavailability of vitamin E and minerals, making it easier for your retina to absorb what it needs. Step number 2, add your walnuts. Take 2 to 3 raw, unroasted walnut halves. These supply the omega-3 fatty acids and polyphenols that your neurons require for memory consolidation. Remember, more is not necessarily better. Walnuts are calorie-dense, so adhere to this precise serving to avoid digestive burden at night. Step number 3, include your raisins. Measure out 5 to 7 raisins. This small quantity provides a steady glucose drip without spiking your blood sugar. It perfectly complements the healthy fats in walnuts, maintaining stable energy flow throughout the night. Step number 4, time your intake correctly. Consume this trio approximately 30 to 45 minutes before bed. This allows digestion to commence, ensuring that the nutrients are circulating in your bloodstream as you enter deep sleep. If you eat them too late, your body might be preoccupied with digestion instead of repair. Too early, and the energy window might diminish before the deepest phases of restoration. Step number 5, pair with supportive bedtime habits. Dim the lights, avoid screens, and maintain a cool, dark sleep environment. Drink a small glass of warm water or caffeine-free herbal tea to support circulation. These minor adjustments amplify the benefits of the dried fruits by aligning your environment with your body's natural repair cycles. Step number 6, repeat consistently. The true magic here stems from routine. One night of consuming almonds, walnuts, and raisins will not miraculously transform your vision or memory. However, night after night, you are accumulating protection, lowering oxidative stress, and strengthening your brain and eyes.